chosen ones, empaths, you see, when we hear the term Jezebel, a lot of people always associate that with a female, but it's not the case. Males can be Jezebels too. Males can harbor the Jezebel spirit, same way that females could harbor the Jezebel spirit. And honestly, a lot of these narcissists that we've encountered, or psychopaths or sociopaths or other toxic individuals, they harbor the spirit of Jezebel within them. They do. And we honestly, moving forward away from our past, if we're going into future relationships or we're meeting new people and stuff like that, we need to watch out for these Jezebel spirits. Because if you look at the story of Samson, now you can either look at this as factual or you can extract the symbolic meaning from it. Either, the story of Samson in the Bible is a very powerful story, right? And I'm not that well versed in it, but I'll say what I know, right? Okay, the Philistine people, right, were a group of people that I think worshipped. I think Jezebel was the leader of the Philistine people, right? And they worshipped like other pagan gods and whatever else, right? But Samson, he was a prophet of God, right? He was sent by God, okay? But he had one thing that he had, which was his problem, which was his lust, okay? And we know that he was a powerful, strong man, right? Of God, right? Holy man of God. But Jezebel seduced him. And after they slept together, Delilah brought a Philistine person to cut Samson's hair, and he lost his power. Now you can I'll digress a little bit, right? You can either look at that as they cut his hair and he lost his power, or it's symbolic of him losing his power through being intimate. And this is why I talk about the importance of semen retention and celibacy, and actually really knowing someone before you become intimate with them, because they harbor spirits, there's soul ties, there's STDs, etc, 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 right? But he lost his power, okay? And then they gouged his eyes out, right? So that can either be they actually gouged his eyes out, or symbolically that can mean he was blinded through the lust, okay? But then it says that they forced him to work as a draft animal, turning the mill in a Gaza prison. So then he was a slave. You can extract from that symbolically that he was enslaved. But this is what happens when we mix with these types of individuals. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. And honestly, this is why there's a lot of power in semen retention for the males and celibacy if you're female listening, right? I'm not telling you that you need to do it forever. It's not a forever journey. You're not a Buddhist monk. No, actually, I don't even know. You're not a monk, right? And you're not someone that needs to practice that forever. I'm not saying that. But if you practice abstaining from intimacy for a period of time, you can transmute the energy and utilize it in other areas of your life, such as your family life, your children's life, your work life, your business life, your creative side, whatever. You can utilize this energy. You go into the gym, whatever you want to do, you can utilize this sexual energy that you are wasting on these Jezebel spirits, right? And you can bring it into fruition into other areas of your life. But we only have to just ponder on the story of Samson to see where his downfalls were, right? He was seduced by Jezebel, right? And through the seduction, through him being intimate with Jezebel, right, he lost his power and he was blinded. And that's honestly what happens. If I look back at my situation, I was a slave to my desires, you know, as a teenager and onwards. When I met the narcissist, after I met the narcissist, I was a slave to my desires, you know. Even after I met the narcissist, I was just trying to heal through other people, and it didn't really work. And that's why I tried to put out a powerful message today of not making the same mistakes I did, and actually spend time alone. He didn't get too involved with those other individuals, which was good. But honestly, like, I've learned the power of sexual transmutation, and you need to only just look it up. Look into the power of celibacy. Look into the power of semen retention. There's a lot of fakes on the internet that talk about it, but try and use your discernment to find the right one. And honestly, by practicing and abstaining from sex, it really does give you a power, and you become closer to God. Like, you become more worthy to stand before the Lord, because I don't even believe in premarital intercourse anyway, right? You each to their own, so take what you can from what I'm saying, disregard the rest. But I believe that marriage is also used in a bad way too, because a lot of people are exploited through marriage, where they lose all their finances and stuff like that. So I believe marriages should be done for a prenuptial agreement, but you should make a contract with someone underneath the Most High or the universe, that you are in a contract together. And if worse comes to worse, you can always use the divorce thing, which is like a loaded gun, and you can fire that shot if it need be necessary. And it gives you a time to go into the stages of the divorce process when you can change your mind or whatnot. But please ponder on the story of Samson today, and just understand that someone who is sent by God, just like you're sent by God, we're all messengers of God. I'm not saying that I'm a prophet. I'm not saying you're a prophet. But I'm saying we're all messengers. We all can carry a message. We were all in the world of souls at one point together. And we all carry a message that we can bring to earth. Some people are messengers for the devil, right? We know that. They work for the devil. They're soul collectors. But we can bring a message. All of us can. So utilize your energy. Don't be a slave to your desires. You know, don't be a slave to your desires. Watching porn, engaging in promiscuity, fornication, all of that. It's a road that leaves you blinded, just like Samson was blinded, right? And you lose your power. Honestly, there's a refractory period. From every release from a male, I think it takes 28 days for him to get his sperm level count back to the level that it was. It takes 28 days. So that's why I would advise any one of you to go on a 28-day streak and to see how you feel. You also gain attraction. There's something called pheromones. So this is the same for ladies, can practice this too. But you'll appear more attractive to the opposite sex. I've seen it. I've seen Jezebels. You attract bare Jezebels. I've seen it. It's not that I've made myself look pretty and stuff like that. It's because I'm releasing pheromones. And people that practice this release pheromones. And animals release pheromones. It's like a scent. And it's more or less like, because when you're releasing sexually, either orgasming or releasing your seed as a male, basically subconsciously your job, like your brain thinks, my job's done here, I can relax now, I'm chilled out, I've populated the world, I've done what I need to do. But when you actually don't do it and you don't release, your body will start to improve in beauty, and it will release these pheromones and scents to the opposite sex, for them to be attracted to you, so that you can mate, and then the world can the world can progress, and we can reproduce, because that's ultimately what we're here to do, is to reproduce and have a child, right? So this is what happens if you abstain from sex. Like, you won't find this information a lot. But honestly, like, promiscuity, numerous partners, sex before marriage, honestly, it's a very dangerous stepping ground. And also, I will say that if you get involved with someone who's a narcissist and you're not married, like, you need that divorce there as a safety net, because And also get a prenuptial agreement. Don't just get married without a prenuptial agreement, because they'll exploit you of your finances and take your house and everything like that. And I don't want that to happen to you either. But just, it's only a contract. It's like even if you don't believe in God, you're writing a contract, like between you and a person and the universe. You're having a contract like, I take you as my wife, or under God, under the universe. And therefore, if anyone tries to like do some tomfoolery and mess about, you can just draw for the divorce gun, fire that shot, and you're out of the picture. You know what I mean? But when you're in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, there's no actual cut-off. Like, someone can just say, oh, I go ghost, or I can do silent treatment, or I do that, and it never really like brings something to a close. So that's why I say it's dangerous territory just engaging in premarital sex. So that's just me, but each to their own. I don't judge anyone, each to their own. But just look into trying to go on a 28-day streak. Try it out. Like, what have you got to lose? And during those 28 days, go to the gym more if you like going to the gym, or focus on writing your book if you like writing books, or, you know, create your own YouTube channel, or do whatever you want to do. But utilize that sexual energy in other areas of your life, and you'll see your life work out for the better. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Let's not be like Samson and be blinded and lose our power through being with these Jezebels. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please press the like and a subscribe button. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you would like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find a link in the description box. If you want more narcissism-based content, the main channel is also in the description box, so you can head over there if you'd like to. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.